Dudu Zuma, a well-known member of the MK party and the daughter of former President Jacob Zuma, issued a strong warning to people she describes as intelligent blacks posing as politicians and clever parliamentarians in a recent statement. Please kindly hit on the subscribe button as we go into the details. Following the recent political unrest that resulted in the resignations of numerous well-known politicians, Zuma made these comments. Zuma's scathing remarks demonstrate her conviction that individuals who encouraged their colleagues' dismissals in order to protect their own standing would ultimately suffer the same consequences. She said, "One by one, all the cunning parliamentarians and clever blacks posing as politicians who supported the expulsion of others to keep their jobs will fall. A segment of South Africans who are disillusioned by what they see as political treachery and opportunism find great resonance in this feeling." Among the prominent individuals Zuma mentioned as recent political victims are Qubudile Dyantyi, Nosiviwe Nqakula, and Zizi Kodwa. Once a powerful ANC member, Dyantyi has come under more and more scrutiny for his political machinations. The recent removal of Nqakula, the previous Minister of Defense, has been ascribed to internal party strife and changing alliances. Holding a number of important positions inside the African National Congress, Zizi Kodwa also found himself in political peril as a result of accusations and investigations that damaged his political reputation. Next in line, insinuating that additional political collapses are likely, Zuma asked a question. She highlighted Faith Muthambi particularly, who is an ordinary member of parliament now, and she said that she will eventually fall from favor. With several accusations of wrongdoing and corruption throughout his tumultuous political career, Muthambi seems to be the next person in Zuma's sights. Statements made by Zuma are indicative of a larger political narrative about responsibility and reckoning. Her rhetoric alludes to a purging inside the ranks, with those seen to have compromised their morals for their own benefit to be methodically revealed and ousted. This continuous political drama highlights the tumultuous political environment that exists in South Africa today, which is characterized by power struggles and internal strife. In recent years, the ANC, the dominant party in South Africa, has been subject to severe internal conflict and public censure. The party's leadership has been dogged by allegations of corruption, poor administration, and betrayal of the party's core values. The claims made by Zuma align with an increasingly popular belief among South Africans that the party has to be changed inside because it has deviated too far from its founding principles. The future of South Africa's government is still unknown as it observes these political events. With leaders like Dudu Zuma at the forefront, the MK party seems ready to take on the existing quo and usher in a new age of political responsibility. It remains to be seen whether this causes the political environment to significantly change or to further fracture. But one thing is certain: the course of South African politics remains uncertain, and the next months will be critical in ascertaining its course. Reiterating her warning, Dudu Zuma, a well-known member of the MK party and the daughter of former President Jacob Zuma, recently denounced as clever parliamentarians and clever blacks posing as politicians. In the aftermath of the political turmoil that has resulted in the expulsion of a number of well-known politicians from office, Zuma's words should serve as a warning to those who, in her opinion, deserted their comrades in order to protect their personal interests. Zuma's scathing remarks are a reflection of her belief that those who encouraged the removal of others in an effort to save their jobs would eventually suffer a similar fate. She said, "All the clever parliamentarians and clever blacks masquerading as politicians who endorsed the expulsion of others to keep their jobs will fall one by one." A portion of South Africans who are frustrated by what they see as political betrayal and self-interest find resonance in her words. Zuma listed prominent people like Qubudile Dyantyi, Nosiviwe Nqakula, and Zizi Kodwa as recent political victims. Once a prominent ANC member, Dyantyi has drawn criticism for his political ploys. The previous Minister of Defense, Nqakula, was recently dismissed due to internal party strife and reorganizing alliances. Kodwa, who has served in many important capacities for the African National Congress, has had his political career ruined by accusations and investigations. Zuma's questioning of who next raises the possibility of more political collapses. She predicted Faith Muthambi's eventual demise, especially mentioning the MP at the time, Muthambi, who has been the subject of several accusations.